Welcome back to another top 10 of 10 video. Please like and subscribe. Today's video is brought to you by the number 3. For any errors and inconsistencies with blame number 3. Today we're talking about the top 10 inventions that changed the world. Coming in at number 10 is World Tilt, responsible for changing seasons. Wait a minute, number 3, we didn't invent that. The real number 10 invention was the wheel. This is where we evolved from square wheels to round wheels. With the wheel, we can now move our rock collection to the top of the hill more easily. Number 9 on our list is the automobile. This is where we put the wheel to work and put it down to the pavement. And before they invented the automobile, there was blueberry muffins. And they were very yummy. Number 3, we're not talking about what you ate for lunch. Get back to the show. Like we were saying, there was horse and buggy, and people got around by horse or towing a cart behind the horse. People walked a whole lot more back then. Around 1908, Henry Ford invented the first automobile called the Model T, and by 1913 it was in mass production, making over 10,000 cars. Over 100 years later, almost everybody drives a car. We have super highways and get around very quickly these days. And now moving on to number 8, number 3, what are you doing again? Trying to get me off my train of thought? H isn't a number, it's a letter, you silly goose. Anyways, coming in at number 8 is the steam engine. It uses a process of heating water and boiling water to make steam and push pistons into a big engine. The steam engine allowed people and goods to travel around the country more easily and at greater distances. Not only was steam power used for trains, steam power became the energy source of many machines and vehicles like steam tractors. This in turn helped supply the demand of raw materials. Coming in at number 7 is crude oil. The discovery of water gave rise to the water bottle. Number 3, are you up to your old tricks again? We're talking about oil, not water bottles. Well, number 3, you do bring up a good point. The plastic in the water bottle is made from oil. Oil is also made into gasoline to drive our automobiles, cars, and many different machineries. No, number 3, wasn't as easy as finding squirrels in your backyard. This was a little more harder to find, this oil. Oil was more of a discovery than an invention. Oil was discovered in the turn of the 19th century. Oil was discovered in Pennsylvania in 1859, also in Texas in 1901. Prior to the automobile, there wasn't much need for oil. It was used in lamps and lights. Oil is used to make a lot of different things, not just gasoline, diesel fuel, and motor oil. It's made into antiseptics, petroleum jelly, caulking, tires, clothing, CDs, and all kinds of different plastics are made out of oil. Well, enough about oil. Now let's talk about gorillas. Gorillas can weigh up to 600 pounds and are almost 2 meters tall. Number 3, we're supposed to be talking about the top 10 inventions, not gorillas. Alright, let's get back on topic. Number 6 is the airplane. The Wright brothers are credited with creating the first airplane in 1903. Wilbur and Oliver Wright made 4 brief flights in the Kitty Hawk with their first powered aircraft. With the invention of the airplane, people are able to travel further distances in shorter periods of time, and came a whole industry of commercial airlines. Alright, time for intermission. Everybody go get your popcorn, snacks, and come right back while we continue the top 10 inventions. Thanks, number 3, for that interruption. Let's continue now. Number 5 on our list is electricity. Not just the ability to discover an electrical storm, but the ability to produce it, transmit it, and use it. Think of a few items that you use today that use electricity. I'm sure there's many that we just take for granted. Alright, now the woodchuck. How much wood could the woodchuck chuck? The woodchuck could chuck wood. Number 3, that wasn't part of the video. That was for some other video. Let's get back on topic. Coming in at number 4 is the printing press. Around 1440, Johannes Gutenberg invented the printing press, which could produce 3,600 pages per workday. Imagine if you were a writer of a book, and prior to the printing press, to make copies of your book, it would have been hand copied word for word by somebody. The printing press has come a long way since then, from commercial printers to consumer printers to a printer in everybody's home. Coming in at number 3, no, not you, number 3. We're talking about the first cell phones. The first cell phone was invented in 1973 by Martin Cooper of Motorola. The first cell phone was as big as a brick and looked more like a walkie-talkie. Today's cell phones we actually call smartphones, and are smarter than a computer. And back in Star Trek days, they had Beam Me Up, Scotty, which kind of looks like the first flip phones that we had. Alright, for all the old timers out there, we got a little quiz. What is this? And I'm going to give a picture and give you 5 seconds to think about it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's right, old phone booth, where we used to have phones that had cords. Now for number 2. It is computers. The first computers were as big as a house and no more powerful than your pocket calculator. Back in the 1970s, the first computers started to become popular and enter production. In the late 1970s, the Apple II was produced and entered mass production, and for many homes, this was their first computer. And finally, what we've all been waiting for. Yes, the $1 million bill. I don't think there is a $1 million bill. Number 3. And now the number 1 thing on our list is the internet, the World Wide Web. This is where all the computers get connected and talk to each other. Well, in a sense, that's what they do. The internet, invented in the early 1980s, was a way for computer networks to communicate with one another, share files and media, email, and YouTube, and all these different platforms possible. Today, just about every technology device is connected to the internet, including your phone, your game box, your TV, your car. If it has electronics in it, it's probably connected to the internet somehow. Well, that sums up our top 10 video all about inventions that changed the world. Please like this video and subscribe for more videos, and thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.